basic three-dimensional effects. So all you need to get started is a pencil. It would be great if you have an eraser, if you can hold on to something that has a straight line, like a ruler. And if you have a handheld sharpener at your house or wherever you're working, that could also be a great thing to have for this activity. If you can remember that vertical lines, horizontal lines, and diagonal lines create depth. Depth is what you will need to create the illusion of 3 dimensions. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make the most easy 3-dimensional room ever. First thing I want to do is I want to find an area coming down that will create a floor. Now, I'm going to do these first 3 lines facing the camera your direction if you're watching so that you can see what I did. There should be a line that you can see here in the screen. That is our floor line. Then I'm going to make another line that is vertical there to there, okay? And it looks like maybe in the screen you might not be able to see that first line very well, so I'm going to make it dark. Again, you want to use pencil because you'll be erasing during this activity. Now, if I create a line that is a diagonal from the corner of the paper to the corner of those 2 lines that connected, this can create the illusion of a 3-dimensional room. In fact, actually, if I turn it this way, it may actually look more like a room to you. Yeah. So this is supposed to be a wall, that's a floor, that's a wall. So you have to use your imagination and see the illusions come to life here. And what I'm going to do is explain that I'm going to just continue to add some more fun effects to create the illusion of a 3-dimensional room. Now, you could use the ruler all the way around to do more effects, but you don't have to. I'm going to make a couple lines across to pretend there's a doorway there, and then I'm going to show you that. That's supposed to be a section that I will create a door. And if I wanted to do a room that has, for example, let's just say it does have a door on this side. The thing is your lines that create the door that's standing, those lines have to be parallel. Yes, there is math involved in this lesson, but your top of the door needs to be parallel to the bottom of the door, which on this wall looks like a diagonal line. You can always draw some freehand things, and I can make some extra videos. This is just your basics. So right now, this is supposed to be an open doorway. That's a door. You've got this giant floor plan. So in your floor plan, you have way more room to have things happen. And what's really good is you can create a lot of interesting effects. Now, what's really also kind of fun is you could think about, well, what room do you want to make here? All right, so like if I wanted to create a room that is a bedroom, bedrooms would be something that a lot of people want to draw. You could also show another angle coming out, okay? So I'm going to actually make a bed that comes out this way. So I'm going to make a diagonal line that comes out, slide it over, and I'm just sort of guessing where the end of that bed is. You can also remember this from your teacher here, Mrs. Wilson, that you can always freehand sketch things. You do not have to use your ruler for everything here. I'm creating this imaginary headboard. Okay, now I just created a bed, if you saw that. Sometimes I also have to turn it and look, okay, like actually I have to do some touch-ups here. Because the tricky part is with this video, I'm setting it up so that you're looking directly at what I'm seeing. So the tricky part is I actually goofed where I was drawing it opposite of how it would look. So what you're seeing is my screen and how I'm drawing, and I'm just having fun and adding details to make this look like a bed. Now, if you are remote and you are watching this video, I am creating this video for you as a student in case you are already done with the first art project that I have labeled as an assignment on your Google Classroom. I'll be honest, this is typically something I do at the beginning of the year with my 5th graders, where I teach them step by step how to draw 3-dimensional room effects. If you can remember, though, how I did that corner, I'm going to do the same thing here, except I'm going to make a corner of a room in that back room. So I want you to imagine that, okay, like let's just say this is a master bedroom and it has another room in there, okay? So you could imagine using your imagination. That's a wall, floor, that's a wall, right? And looking at it really carefully, I could create some interesting effects to make other things back there. Maybe even a room that has some interesting things going on, like a bathroom. But because I am trying to go back and forth drawing, I made a mistake there. Okay. All right, so actually I want the vertical line at the top. So for you, you would start it this way. So I'm going to turn it so you can see it. So to make another room back in that hole, you would create a correspond to that corner, but voila, you should be able to focus and see that it looks sort of like there's a room back here. So maybe this could be a bathroom. Maybe this could be a hallway. You know, this is where your imagination is